I'm here with Jonathan. Jonathan's with Orion Entrance Control. Now, the nice thing with Orion, we've repped for many years. You guys are based in New Hampshire. You get all your parts, pieces, widgets, you assemble everything up in New Hampshire, so you're able to turn things around much quicker. But one of the other big takeaways today is your product now is getting more, and I don't want to say standard, even though we can do anything a customer wants, but we're utilizing a lot of the same components to make it easier for really everybody, and we'll get into more detail on that. But what's special about this turnstile and the series of turnstiles that you guys are coming out to keep it simple and easy for everyone?
Yeah. So again, it's US made and manufactured, 100%. So we take a lot of pride in that. The unit we're showing here is our newer unit. And this allows a lot of flexibility for integrators and end users.
Perfect.
So as you can see, we have 30 different models, all can be customized. But this unit allows a greater flexibility than most of our models.
Okay.
So the glass can go anywhere from barrier height up to 6 feet.
Right.
Right now we're about 48 inches.
Okay.
But the benefit of this unit is after the fact to be retrofitted, if you want to make it non-barrier, if you want to remove the motors and the glass, you just got to replace the skins.
Okay.
So let's say somebody has a turnstile that's 10 years old, they have high glass.
Yep.
They decide they don't want that extra security.
Right.
Instead of replacing the whole unit, they just have to replace the skins.
Gotcha. So no core drilling or no, bringing more units in or anything like that. Now, for the, and that helps the end user and the consultant because now we're able to change the units in the field without having to buy all new units. But for the integrators, how is it helping them to reduce their installation and service time?
So the beauty of Orion is all our units, the motors, the boards, the beams are all standard across all of our units.
Gotcha.
So if they know how to install one unit, they know how to install all of them.
Nice.
And because we manufacture and we own the software and hardware, we never end of life solutions.
Gotcha.
So 10 years from now, somebody says this broke, we're not going to say we can't fix it. It's our technology, standard across all of our lines.
Gotcha. Now, you brought up about a motor. Now, this is the motor you guys use. What's so special about this motor?
10 million cycles.
10 million?
10 million cycles.
Okay.
So we've had these installed for 15, 20 years. Very few ever need it replaced.
Gotcha.
We invest in our motors. So we want to make sure that's a one moving part of a turnstile.
Sure.
So we want to make sure that part can do well more than just move glass, and this can.
And this motor is rated for the high glass to the small glass, so again, it's robust. And I know you can't feel this, but this puppy probably weighs a good 20, 25 pounds. Again, heavy duty. So if a customer ever wanted to say, hey, we have some turnstiles and we need to make sure it's mission critical. If it fails, hopefully it never does, what parts would I need to have on stock or that I need to call Orion for that if there is a failure that I could change out?
So we have a standard 3-year warranty. We keep our inventory of parts in Laconia, New Hampshire.
Nice.
We also have customers that they can't be down for a day. So we have them have spare parts on site they can replace right away, ship us back the part that's damaged. We ship back a new product as spare inventory.
Gotcha.
So we may make sure if an issue does happen, there's electronics.
Sure.
That if they can't have downtime, we want to make sure that's right up right away.
No. And again, electronics, again, we talk about failures, but there's some failures no matter what we can't control. If there's lightning or a surge or something like that, even though these are all 24 volt low voltage powered, usually the power supply will take a hit before the units in the motors. So again, you even build in redundancy and being able to use the low voltage. The other I know big thing with Orion is they will work with anyone's technology for card readers. Is there ones that you guys prefer or have you had the most success with?
We can work with any card type of readers if they can fit in our tops.
Sure.
But we're seeing this is a wave, Morpho wave, biometrics,
right?
Elevator dispatch.
Okay.
All those, that's included in our project sale.
Gotcha.
Where we build those into the turnstiles, eliminate that friction. So when the customer gets their turnstiles, everything's in there, it's nice and clean.
Gotcha.
They don't have to worry about that.
And I know the nice thing is, and I tell everyone, hey, here's a catalog, go to the website and everything. But what you see on the website are the standard off the shelf.
Yes.
You guys have done some stuff that's crazy with custom, because a lot of customers today just don't want a cookie cutter. They want something etched into the glass. They want colors maybe that relates to their home office or something special. So I know you guys pull around. I guess if there's an application or a need, bring it to you and let you guys.
It can be simple stuff with aesthetics. It can be powder coat or Muntz metal. You mentioned the Diptech on the glass, the logo on the glass. That's pretty standard stuff, but that's we can do that. But we have some customers that either fitting exists, they want to remove and replace. We can fit that same footprint by either extending the turnstiles, making them smaller, to eliminate any, there's no anything left over and then remove it.
I know one of the applications you guys worked with was a customer of actually in my area, and same thing. They wanted to replace existing turnstiles, so they had a footprint. Well, if everyone else came in and changed the footprint, it was going to be a capital expenditure, because they don't have to redo the floors, redo whole saws, all this other stuff. You guys basically came in and kept it the exact same footprint with brand new turnstiles, and it eliminated hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of funding and retrofit.
We do that a lot. We find out exactly where the conduit holes come up, so we make sure we match those conduit holes. We can fit that same footprint, so make it seamless for the customer. And the integrators you mentioned, we want to make sure that the wire is nice and simple. So it's very important as well. Remove that friction.
And I guess the big thing is that one of the takeaways, besides the product and where it's manufactured and the resources, if you're an architect, if you're an engineer, or an end user, or an integrator, get in touch with Orion, because they have a solution that you may not even be aware of that will reduce your cost, reduce the pain, keep your installation as simple as possible, but at the same time making sure everybody is happy and seamless as possible. So, Jonathan, thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you, Tom.